Good morning, everybody. Good Tuesday morning. This is the 26th day of November. Not only is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, but it is also voting day. That's right. Primary runoff is not primary, but the runoff election is taking place today. And so you need to get out and vote. We're going to talk about that and much, much more on our show. So glad you're out there. I'm Roger B. Say hi to, that's right, our main man from Meehan. Say hi to Robbie Atkinson.
Good morning, folks. Good morning.
Good to see you, my friend.
Yep.
Hope you had a good evening and a good trip in, and everything's all right out on the farm.
It's all good.
Hey, that's good to hear. And now joining us also is our good friend from, well, he lives in the county but works in the city, owns a great business downtown called... Say hi to Charles Frazier.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Now you live on a farm?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we get out and milk the cows every
Goddamn cow.
We gotta go fuck the hole.
Right.
All righty, mows grass, okay?
Well, you know.
That's just one step away from paying hay, right?
No.
Smoking grasses.
Yeah,
Let's talk about that.
Okay. The family show.
Authorities may be listening.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm always a little bit behind. I don't know. I don't know exactly where he lives. I could probably find him if I had to, but I just figured out that in Meehan, a lot of real estate, probably a farm.
Okay, I got you. They're all farms out there.
Come out there,
the farmers of Meehan.
Shotgun. I was watching a movie last night. It's like, I know it's for drama, but they always point the gun and then cock it. It's like, I think I'd have that thing ready when I pointed it.
Yeah, it's true. Don't point unless you're ready to pull that trigger.
Dramatic feel.
Yeah. Say, all right, drop it. Okay, well, I think I'd have had that procedure already taken care of. I'd have that one little thing out of the way. But I get it. It's movies and
well, I guess there are degrees of threat, right? You got pointing the gun and now it's cocked and ready. Mm-hmm. I don't know. The threat level is increased. It's like DEFCON 1, DEFCON 2, or 2-1, whatever it is.
And again, to show how behind the times I am, somebody please tell me when, I must have missed the memo, but when did Netflix start showing commercials on their movies?
Don't know.
Do you have it? Do you have Netflix?
I don't have enough time to sit and actually enjoy anything.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, so I'm lazy. You are! Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, Rob? I just have time to sit there and watch. That's my go to sleep. I'm sitting there watching TV, go to sleep. But no,
so I always tell people in the building here, like, if you sneeze, like, I don't have enough time to sit down and watch any of this.
Well, I don't ever watch anything complete. Just about. It's like, it's either, watch the first half and then you fall asleep and you wake up. Oh, time to go to bed.
I always ask these people, what do you do with your life? You just sit in a chair and eat Cheetos and watch Netflix all day?
Rob's over here first signal against my.
I see what he's doing.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me ask you, Charles. Do you have Netflix?
I don't watch that. You gotta be kidding me. No, I do, and a variety of other things as well. And it's not only Netflix, but it's like MGM Plus and it's Paramount. It seems that all of those
I always assume
the
pluses mean they have to pay more.
Plus, right? But
I thought we paid for Netflix because we paid for Netflix. Then you don't have commercials. But now they're sneaking these little.
Well, you get up and go to the TV, go to the refrigerator.
Yeah, we're not doing that. I'm not paying for a service, and then they're going to sit there and say, "Well, we're going to introduce." Oh, by the way, if you will pay more, then we will not have. You can have commercial free. That's like this is just slow.
It's amazing to me where we've come in this world. We had 3 or 4 channels back in the day, and we lived through commercials. Nobody griped then, and now we're griping about that now.
Well, and let me tell you why we didn't gripe about it then. Because we weren't paying for that service.
Yeah.
We were getting that on the good old antenna that Daddy had me go out there and turn to make sure we picked up WDAM TV out of Hattiesburg, and then turn it again to get WLOX out of Biloxi. Now, those are 2 stations we got. On a good night, we could get Channel 10 out of Mobile.
But guess what? You're still going to pay for what you got to.
Well, you're going to... It's like, okay, all right, well, I'm already paying for the Netflix. So why are they starting to throw these commercials at me? I guess we'll just drop it. Just drop it and just do like Rob. Go home and, read a book and go to sleep. What do you do when you go home?
Sleep
don't watch TV.
Sleep is pretty nice.
Now, let me tell you something. Right now, all due respect to my friend Rob here,
Yeah.
you cannot quote as many movie quotes as he quotes and not be a TV watcher.
That's true.
I mean, he's virtue signaling here, but I'm gonna tell you, he
Yeah,
has
we know.
seen some TV.
But most of those movies are back when movies were actually good movies. That's right. You see some of the garbage is out there.
I know it. It's like,
Well, I haven't even seen that, so I don't know.
wait, that's the whole point. That you start going through Netflix and start deciding what, and then you find something that was filmed back in 1992. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch this.
Well, and that's why they put the commercials in there for the retro. You know what I mean? It's like you're watching it on just the broadcast
They
television.
may
again.
have changed something in your plan, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, they're all the time changing this stuff.
Yeah.
I always hear stories that pop up on Fox or whatever where they change these plans. But it may be where you have to go to a different tier plan, maybe.
Well, I fired Dish Network because they started
You fired
charging.
them,
Well, they took away my Turner
Okay.
Classic Movies. They said, well, if you pay $10 more a month, you can have it.
Exactly.
Like,
Well, what they ought to do is, you know, if the movie's from like 1984, then show the commercials from 1984. Let's go total retro.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
there you go. Which are probably better than the commercials you
Yeah,
have
they
now.
are. Yeah.
And I'm in advertising. I get it. You got to have this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Except we don't charge people to listen to this radio show.
If you're not going to pay $10 for that Turner Classic movie, I'm not paying for my extra garbage fee.
And then your garbage probably won't.
Well, that's fine. I'm going to gripe about that. Wait a minute. We got to have it.
Wait a minute. I contracted with you 10 years ago, 15 years ago to pick up my garbage.
At least they're not putting ads on the side of the garbage cans. You know,
That's true.
that's the next.
Wait a minute now.
Yeah.
There's an untapped market.
It is an untapped market.
I like
You know, just
this.
see it once a week though. That's right.
Now, some people live it out all week long.
That's true.
Be a cleaning service on the side of garbage cans.
Right.
Cleaning service,
Right.
lawn mowing, whatever it might
I
be.
don't know. Would it
Tree
do well?
trimming.
Would it do well to have a
Riding.
good fast food burger picture on the side of
I
a
don't
garbage
know if that
can?
would really work. I can kind of associate with that. But
Yeah.
you never know. They'll advertise anywhere.
Probably like a cleaning company or something would be
That would
good.
be
Yeah.
appropriate,
Well, that's just ideas here. Now, look, here's the guy that's complaining about advertising, trying to come up with new ways to sell advertising. I tell you right now.
You know, if only they would put it on Netflix. They could have
Yeah,
all the money they would get.
I'm all for advertising, but don't sell me a service and then start saying, you know, okay, you can have commercial-free viewing here.
Well-
Now, by the way, that's changed a little bit. We had a little meeting upstairs. We were in New York, and, you know, it was right before Thanksgiving. What can we do to increase revenues? I know. Let's start putting commercials in our
It's
movies.
the bait and switch, isn't it?
It is.
You know, you sign up for this service. It's, you know, yeah, you pay monthly. It's without advertising.
It's
Perfect. That's what I love.
It's kind of like they put out there for your viewing. You can watch Die Hard. All right, it's Christmas time. You know, Die Hard movie is kind of fun. You know, so you watch that. Oh, by the way, if you want to watch Die Hard 2 and Live Free and Die Hard, go and watch all the other Enterprise. You got to pay for those.
Mhm.
You got to rent those or buy them.
There was an article out earlier this year. It says Netflix to start the phase out of its basic ad-free plan in the U.S.
That's the memo I missed.
The phased out.
What's the date on that, sir?
Date on that was July 19th of earlier this year.
Well, I was a little busy.
No, now you're busy.
Busy watching Netflix, apparently.
You know,
Yeah, it says Netflix is
Good
continuing
commercials.
to sunset its basic ad-free option for customers, extending the process to existing subscribers in the U.S. and France. The streaming giant announced the move and letter to shareholders on, this was back in July, and discussed it during the second quarter earnings call. Affected customers in the U.S. and legacy users who haven't canceled their basic ad-free subscriptions will begin to see emails encouraging them to select a new plan. So it looks
All
like
right.
you have to get a new plan if you want to go ad.
All right. Well, we're having a board meeting right now because I trust my wife is listening. So the corporate offices of the Burke family are meeting and saying, we're going to begin phasing out Netflix.
Ah.
Well, doesn't it take two to make that decision?
It does. She's listening now.
So she's listening.
Yeah.
It's your decision. basically.
Well, no,
I
I,
see how that works in the Burke household. Okay.
I say she's listening, and she
Right.
may not be, but I'm just oftentimes she is.
See, it works the other way in my household.
Really?
I listen. She talks, I listen. Not on the radio, but you know.
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
This is what we're doing. I'm like, all right, I will do that. Okay. Oh, we'll cancel that. Okay, cancel that.
well, or I can look at it this way: if I were to pay more money to the Netflix, whatever, which I don't really, other than the comedy specials, there's not a whole lot I appreciate about them anyway. But if I would, then I would be willing to pay money then for something like Paramount Plus, which I think would be a better product than Netflix.
which has ads on it too. For some reason, I can't seem to get that.
See,
I don't know what's going on with that.
You know,
Well, see, a lot of times, a lot of folks prefer Paramount Plus or maybe Peacock or Hulu because a lot of the network shows are tied into a lot of, like Paramount Plus has a lot of CBS on it, or all the CBS programming on it, a lot of the original stuff. And I think Hulu does like all the network stuff too, but they do it like a day after it shows live on regular television. So,
and I remember
so a lot of those are a little bit better value, I think. So
I'm old enough to remember that this lie started back in late 60s, early 70s when this little thing came out called cable TV.
Yeah.
And when they said, hey, if you will subscribe to cable.
thanks, Ted Turner.
Yeah, this is even before Ted even got into it.
Exactly.
Or maybe he was the father. I don't know. But anyway, he had the cable. And the whole idea was you pay a subscription and you don't get commercials. Well, that lie. What we're going to do is we're just going to put the frog in the pot.
Yeah.
We're going to turn the burner on and slowly let it boil. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Mornings in Meridian,
First world problems this morning.
where you can hear the two best hours of local.
On voting day.
You can hear the two best hours of local live talk radio for free because we do have great sponsors. We love these sponsors to provide this free broadcast to you. And I'm talking about the good folks down there at the Magnolia Restaurant.
That's right, inside the Queen City Truck Stop, and you know what they have on Thursday. They have Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday. So if you don't have plans Thursday, you don't have any Thanksgiving plans, you got no family in town, even if you have family and you don't feel like cooking,
go down there.
That is the place to go. Of course, if you feel like going today, Tuesday, it is Tuesday. They do have turkey and dressing. You can get a little pre-Thanksgiving. Of course, they've got beef liver with onions and gravy, fried chicken livers, hamburger steak with onions and gravy, fried chicken, red beans, and rice. And they've got the veggie plates, the Biggie Burger. How big is it, Rob? It's a humongous hamburger.
It's very large.
It is quite large, actually. And, of course, they have the long-haul breakfast as well. If you're a long-haul truck driver, that will keep you going all day long, even if you're not a long-haul truck driver. They keep you satisfied throughout the day. It's like a huge Snickers bar. Yeah, did breakfast. Go see them. Exit 150, the Magnolia Restaurant inside the Queen City Truck Stop. If you got a lunch break, give them a call. By the time you get up there, it's hot and ready, and it's there. Picked up. 601-482-0259 is their number for the Magnolia Restaurant inside the Queen City Truck Stop. And like I said, Thanksgiving, go see them.
And see, folks, that's not even a commercial. That is a public service right there.
They fed us last night.
Let's take a phone call here at Mornings in Meridian. Our number is 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
Good morning, y'all. What's going on?
Hello, Leslie.
That's it.
I had a comment about the cable and going up the rates and everything else, and I put one on with the direct TV. When I got direct TV, it's like $55 a month. And by the time I cut it off, it was $145. I said, look, y'all, I know stuff's gone. It hadn't. And I said, you know what? If I was a new customer, I could get a better deal being a new customer than I could being an old customer, one that pays each month. And y'all know my
Exactly.
everything. I said, what's up? I said, if the insurance companies can lower the rates for being a longer customer, why can't y'all? It was like, crickets. No answer. And I said, well, I'm waiting. You know, I said, so I did the numbers. It was like $1,500 a year. And I said, to watch TV, I said, that's a lot of money to watch TV with commercials, and most of it's just a bunch of fluff anyway. And I said, I really don't care to watch all the Jimmy Swaggart channels and stuff like that. But they're just
now tell me why you just
Jimmy.
This one's funny too.
Yeah.
But that'll never happen. So anyway, I'm just living the free life now. I cut the cord. Don't want to have anything else to do with direct TV or Dish or any of the teaser rates or any other crap that goes with it. And they just don't get the. I don't think they get it because they're every time I talk to somebody, they say, "No cable." I said, well, that's on you. You know, you can't live with it. You have to say, is it a want or a need?
Oh, there are people out there. I know for a fact there are people out there that are getting I get, what do you call it when you get kicked out of your house? Kicked out of your house? Evicted. Because they're not paying their rent,
but they're paying that bill.
but they have their cable, their phone, all that stuff. I mean, and it is expensive. I mean, I granted, you're right. But,
all that
but when it comes down to it, what is really ultimately more important? Having the device or the cable connection or the, all the channels, or having a place to have a roof over your head?
Yeah.
It's bizarre. It is actually bizarre.
But when you're paying that much money to watch TV, like, I don't know. It may be boring sometimes, but the stress level is so much better.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, I just had to call. Yeah, but by the time I cut direct, and then I get emails. Oh, we want you back. I bet y'all do.
Yeah, we want you back.
Get my heart directed. Get your stethoscope out. You know.
Yeah, you had me. What do you mean? You had me and you let me go. That's right.
I asked them. They're like, no, I said, you can do it. You just won't do it. I said, let somebody else support that stadium in Texas, not me.
Woo! Wow.
Yeah.
Come on.
Look, I'm getting rowdy with them. But you know what? I really hadn't missed it that much, y'all. I really hadn't. But anyway, I was just calling in about that. But they, like I said, the insurance companies can lower your price each month. I don't know why direct and Dish don't, but they don't.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble there. I got my bill from my insurance company just a week ago. I don't feel the love. I'll be honest with you. I don't feel the love.
Feel a sogginess in your shorts.
It's like,
You feel a little up when you get the check
It'll start getting better come January.
because I'm thinking,
I think a lot of things will. I think things will eventually start coming down. I mean,
this is not going to be a Merry Christmas because of the property tax increase, the insurance, and all of these come due. And why on earth have we have it set up where all these come due at the end of the year in the season of
giving,
peace on earth, and goodwill
giving to the tax man? That's what we do.
Yeah. Goodwill towards men and send your taxes in.
Peace on earth for those who pay their taxes and pay their insurance bills.
Very small piece.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, have it go the center middle of the year. You know, America, patriotic, July 4th. Pay my taxes. Yeah, okay, I'll pay my taxes.
We just want to delay as long as we can.
On the fin, is anybody else left the country? Any celebrities besides Ellen?
I don't even know if she's left.
Ellen's wife, her wife, their wife, whatever. Yeah, they're gone.
But I would be willing to bet you any amount of money that was plans already made before the election results.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we've kind of used up our U.S. Celebrity. Let's go to.
I mean, she was kind of canceled by the left, and then she left because of the right. So,
ooh, I like the way you did that. That was a nice play on words. Well, canceled by the left and left because of the right. Oh, wow.
Bye-bye.
Well, I don't get them, but is MSNBC still on the air?
For now.
What would you say about Elon Musk?
Elon Musk is it's not a joke. He is considering buying MSNBC.
I wonder if that'll be a conservative platform if he does. I bet it doesn't say liberal. I bet it goes hetero.
Well, he would change the name of it. He likes the acronym MSNBC. He would make it my space network company.
Let's call it Y. But hopefully he would create an actual network that would have no bias
and news.
Just news.
Yeah.
Like we used to be.
Yeah. That was a long time ago. Right, with no ads too, I might add.
No ads.
Yeah, make it unbiased and put Alec Baldwin in charge of it or something.
No bueno.
And now here's our new speaker. Here's Alec Baldwin and Robert De Niro.
That'd be interesting.
Dick Cheney and Alec Baldwin.
Wow!
Dick Cheney and Alec Baldwin.
The Shooter Network. Yes.
Hey, and we call it the straight shooters. The straight shooters. Okay, well, listen, good to hear from you, Lefty. Anything else before we turn you? Thanks for commenting on the cable. I'm glad that there are other people that are feeling this intrusion like me. So.
Well, it's just got to be ridiculous, y'all. I mean, that's to double bad enough, but to triple in rate, I'm like,
Yeah.
I might have been born at night, but it wasn't last night. Hey,
There you go. I may have fell off a turnip truck, but it wasn't last night. That's what I always say. Yeah, that's right. All righty. Thank you, sir. All right. Have a good day.
I'm good when I'm listening in.
All right. Glad you are. 601-485-9191 is our talk line.
Dick Cheney and Alec Baldwin hosting a
I
show.
like that.
Can it be a hunting show?
The Great Outdoors.
Great
Dick
Outdoors.
Cheney and Alec Baldwin.
We're gonna
That's
go.
locking outdoors.
We're
That's
gonna
what we ought
go
to do.
deer hunting with Alec Baldwin.
I ain't going. Not me. No.
Be sure and tune in to our hard-hitting news show. It's called Shooting Straight with Alec Baldwin and Dick Cheney.
And with weather, Liz Cheney.
Grab your bulletproof vest.
Oh man, it's not even Fun Friday. That's what's happening.
Man.
Well, we have a short week, so let's make today Fun Friday. What do you say? It's Mornings in Meridian. We're going to take a quick break. We have Fox News. Yes, we do, because we have a contract to let you know what's going on out there. Sometimes we break that contract, but not very often. So we have Fox News and then a few of our wonderful sponsors after that. And then we'll be back with more of Mornings in Meridian. Again, we're playing commercials because we provide this programming to you at no charge. Welcome back. Yeah, I went in the records back, see if I could find Rolling on the River in there, but this is what turned up.
It works.
Tina Turner. She was born on this day back in 1939.
Wow.
So, there you have it. She passed away last year, as everybody knows. I think everybody knows that. But anyhow, it says here when she headed south on her 50th anniversary tour in 2008, she broke the record for solo artist concert ticket sales.
Wow.
So what a popular artist.
Okay.
Yeah, Tina Turner. Good entertainer. Mornings in Meridian. We're glad you're out there. Want you to be part of the show. You two to be here. That's the other birthdays. I'm just looking. Here's what I'm thinking. I realize. Okay, yes, I'm getting older. I get that, and you can tell it when you look at the most popular actors and actresses on IMDb.
Yeah.
IMDb, whatever. Yeah. And you don't recognize any of them. They've
Never heard of them?
Yeah, it's like the first.
Start naming them. Let's see.
The first. Well, here's an example.
All right.
Here, all right. For example, Paul Teal.
Nope.
Most popular celebrity.
That's the color.
No. Michelle Randolph.
No. Nope. Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay.
Waterburner.
Now this one I do recognize. Connie Nielsen.
Do you? I don't think I know that one.
Isn't she in the Gladiator type stuff or something like that? I don't know.
Okay, definitely.
Hello, Danny. No, let's see. Dustin Milligan.
Nope.
Mulligan?
Milligan.
I was going to say Mulligan.
Yeah, I'm taking a Mulligan on that one.
Okay.
Kristen Milioti.
Nope.
Okay, this is,
Paul Mescal.
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 Nope.
These are listed on the.
These are the top actors.
This is the most popular stuff. These are the top rising.
Oh, top rising.
Wow.
Yeah.
The guy down the broom closet didn't have a lot to do today.
No.
Really for these.
All right. What about Nico Parker?
What?
Nico Parker.
Nico
No.
Parker. No.
Cynthia Arribio. Oh, okay. All right. Margaret Qualley.
Margaret.
Margaret. Yeah. All right.
Neither one of
There you go. Okay. Most popular celebrities right there. Yeah. That's exactly right. Yeah. We're getting a little bit older. All right. That's okay though, because I don't need to know. All I need to know is Alec Baldwin is out there. I know him. I've seen him in many productions, and he's out there talking about how Americans are uninformed, because that's how else can you explain that we have Donald Trump and this all-star cabinet that we put together, because Americans evidently are not informed of the real important issues here in America, in the world.
In the information age, we're uninformed. It's interesting. It seems to me that the last times I've seen Alec Baldwin, that he's been on trial for something. That's the shooting at Rust. There was the assault when he threw the cell phone.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's kind of his. That's his most recent.
Hey, let me show you how to stay in the news here, folks.
Yeah.
Let me show you how to stay in the public eye.
Just keep running your mouth.
It's the
24-hour news cycle, and they just and the news just plugs it right in there, which I understand why.
I think he's playing into the arrogance of the left, and that's kind of what we've seen with the most recent election results, is that everybody is just so tired of this arrogance of y'all just a bunch of dummies, and really. I mean, and once again, now we're all uninformed. It just over and over and over and over again, and they don't understand that people are just tired of it.
The world
tired of the arrogance.
It shows you the disconnect they have with the real world out there.
Yeah.
And he needs to get out what he needs to do instead of movies. He needs to do that. He needs to do that commercial now where they remove the bags under your eyes and they put that stuff on them and the bags go away. He'd be a good candidate for that. He's kind of look a little baggy there. What does that mean?
I don't
know.
Well, what's wrong with that? It's a little advice. That's helpful.
It's advice. Well, here's some helpful advice. You can save an average of $800 and a bunch of money.
$889.
$889. I save an average of $889 if you go down and talk to Jeffrey Wilson and his team at Jeffrey Wilson State Farm Insurance.
That's right. He's a good neighbor, and he is ready to help you save and combine your home and auto insurance right here in Meridian. All you need to do is just as easy as call him, 601-483-8253, or go by and see him at his wonderful office, and that's at 2401 Highway 39 North. And it's very important your insurance agent, the guy you can count on. You can call and say, hey, Jeffrey, my good neighbor, I've got a claim you need to help me with. And he's the one to kind of navigate all of those waters of insurance claims and such. So Jeffrey Wilson is the man to do it. You see him all over town. He's involved with all kinds of civic groups. You know, anything to do with state, he's there. And always wearing khakis. Sharp dressed man.
Saw him at the Hunter's Lunch, actually.
Hey,
Really? Is he a hunter too?
He was at, I don't know if he's a hunter, but
Like, you know, if
he
you're a
was
hunter,
up at the Hunter's
if you're
Lunch.
hunting with Dick Cheney, you might need some insurance.
Oh,
Okay, back to Dick Cheney.
All right. Okay.
Well, Jeffrey Wilson, you know, State Farm is, of course, the premier insurance company, and Jeffrey Wilson is the premier agent for State Farm here in town. Give him a call, 601-483-8253, or go see him 2401 Highway 39 North. Like a good neighbor, Jeffrey Wilson is there.
All right. Hey, is this gun empty? Yeah, I had Alec Baldwin check it. 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. How are you doing?
MAGA morning through American Patriots.
Hello, sir.
We're going to have a MAGA Thanksgiving.
MAGA more potatoes and dressing. And
Everything in America now is going to be MAGA. And that border will be secure.
Well, I got, I was feeling good about things, the whole MAGA thing, but then I heard that word of warning that came from Chuck Schumer. And he said, be warned that because there has been this victory in the, and I'm paraphrasing there, but there's been this victory on the Republican side, that just be warned, do not cast bipartisanism to the side. Don't you dare do it.
oh, shut up, Schumer.
He gave us a fair warning.
That's exactly correct. I'll tell you one thing about the demon cats. You got to give the devil a due. They stick together. They don't break ranks. They don't stab each other in the back. But the Republicans are too damn stupid to see that.
Easy now.
They won't stand united. They want to reach across the aisle and play patty. No, you stand on your convictions and let the enemy kneel before you.
I'm just wondering why Schumer gave us that warning, but didn't seem to apply that warning to the Democrats when they had full control.
Schumer, I can't say what I really think about that.
I don't have the. Yeah, let me get the
claim, right?
No, the SEC has not got all those words in their
still not legal.
And the George Carlin banned words.
Yeah,
but, you know, on a local note,
yes,
I looked at the camera systems with the big panels, the solar panels, and the blue lights. And what kind of crack rock are those people smoking in City Hall?
Woo! Yeah.
Do they really think this is going to do anything? You know, this is every bit as absurd as the Clydesdales. You know, a Clydesdale
what do you mean by that?
Run a flaw.
Bringing us beer.
Yeah. What they need, of course, nobody listens to me, is a couple of really good four-wheel ATVs with some street tires. Now, I know it wears the tires out quick, but you know, get some kind of deal on tires and put a shotgun in the AR rack on there, lockable, of course, and let those police ride through downtown at random patterns, day and night, while businesses are open. That's what people want to see is police presence. They don't want to see a damn Kodak tied to a light tree. You know, that doesn't make you feel safe. And you know,
systematic.
You were talking about Alex Baldwin and Americans are uneducated. Well, I tell you what, are uneducated. We kill somebody on a movie set.
There you go.
Ooh.
You know, we know guns and know how to handle them down here. And who cares what these fools think? It's like Ellen the degenerate. I hope more follow her lead. Bail out, man, because woke is dead, DEI is dead, all your socialist, communist little programs are dead. And Trump is going to round them illegal, alien, criminal
gears up, and we'll have real Americans in this country again. And I hope it cuts out some of the social action programs and all. We don't need to keep throwing the dog a bone. We need to make the dog hunt. Get up, get an education, get a skill, be self-sufficient. Do not be a ward of the state and federal government. Nobody deserves a free ride. Everybody else has to work. You know, everybody gets up in the morning and hits the bricks and goes to work. But we've become a nation where somebody's entitled to something, or we owe somebody something. We don't owe anybody a damn thing. You want something, you get up and work for it like everybody else has to. Yeah, quit playing your little game and your victimism and everything else. You're a victim because you are a person that wants to claim victimhood. You don't want to rise above that because that takes effort. That takes work. That takes planning. That takes dedication. And these people ain't got that. They're not responsible. They never have been responsible. Somebody else is responsible for them. Your dog is not responsible. You're responsible for your dog. Your dog must be a Democrat. You know?
Mine are. All they do is sit around and eat the treats that I give them. I mean, they don't do anything.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. And that's what the Democrat Party is all built on. Let's throw them a bone. Let's throw them a treat. We did that vote. And, you know, it's time to change. This country was founded on freedom, rugged individualism, being able to take care of your own needs, your own family, without being dependent upon outside sources. And you ask yourself, well, these programs have been in place since the Great Society, Lyndon Baines Johnson, and this, that, and other. What good is it really done? Where are we at now? Is this sustainable? That's a big buzzword nowadays, sustainable. You have generational welfare. Nobody in that family has had a job in 50 years because they see how to play the system. And you ask yourself, what did poor people and all these people do before all these social programs? There wasn't any programs when I was coming up. The only thing they had was commodities, and that was a very limited deal. USDA controlled that.
They had food stamps, though, didn't they?
No. No.
Really?
Not in the early 50s, they didn't.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, I'm just I missed the 50s, so I can't say.
Well, I and it's just like here in Meridian, man. That they keep singing these little different songs and magic beans. And now we got the big flashing blue light camera tree. Lord God, man! I mean, can anybody else out there not see this?
Well, I see these in parking lots at when I travel different cities in my work. I see that they set up these little cop trailers, you know, in different parking lots.
Real police don't scare these people. You think cameras and flashing lights is going to be? I'm surprised somebody ain't tried to stick the wraps and chain around one and drug it down the street.
You try to pawn it, yeah.
Yeah, pull up to a pawn shop here. I got this little camera.
Yeah, man, what I got. But that ain't the answer, folks. That ain't the answer. And you know, practicing mistakes. What are you going to have? A perfect mistake? You know, Einstein, I think, is credited with, you know, doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. Well, I tell you what, if that's the case, City Hall needs to be classified on the asylum.
Ooh, mercy. All right.
Yeah, because it ain't making the cut. Roger that.
They ain't making the cut. All right, we're gonna have to make a cut here. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with more of Mornings in Meridian after this. Fleetwood Mac there. In honor of John McVie. Happy birthday, John. 79 years old today. So there you go. Happy birthday. If today is your birthday, Natasha Bedingfield, the singer, 43 years old today. And of course, let's see, other birthdays include a bunch of actors. I don't know who they are. And let's see here. Anything here outstanding down below there? No, it's pretty much. Oh, the late cartoonist Charles Schultz.
Oh,
Yes, we know that name. He gave us Peanuts.
Yeah.
But he didn't work for Peanuts. I think he got paid pretty well.
That's
right. It's Mornings in Meridian. And of course, we are speeding toward the 8 o'clock hour when we will take another Fox News break. But right now, we still have time for you to be out there. Give us a call. 601-485-9191 is our talk line. And we can talk about all these wonderful things in politics or statewide elections, for example. It's voting day today in Mississippi, at least in our area.
Branning versus Kitchen.
Oh, there you go. Get out and vote. There you go. For Supreme Court Justice, state of Mississippi. So please, the polls are open now. Get out there. And if you're out there to poll, the polling place, let us know what it looks like out there. I know it's probably going to be a little bit sparse. It's a good word. All right, to the phones we go. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
Oh, I hope so. Good morning.
Morning.
Please.
You hope so what?
Well, that I'm listening to the show.
Oh, yes. Yes. That's come on in. Yes.
Oh, all right. Okay, thank you very much. Listen,
Okay.
we're looking at about two things here. Number one, first, we clear this up because it'll go in the archive. You remember you had a guest on Dr. Knox with the Montgomery Institute?
I remember Dr. Knox. Yes, Beverly.
Yes, Beverly. That's true.
Mhm.
And then toward the end that there is another arm to the institute in terms of what they're doing.
Yes.
Looking at the whole child and people need to be doing the arts and this and this. And then you mentioned somebody who is in charge of that program and goes to the Meridian Public Schools and doing things. And also the board club. So those people who are archiving things, and you can go to your notes now and scratch that. There is no study from the Montgomery Institute has been to the Meridian Public School or the club from the Montgomery Institute. This aspect of it. So just cross that out. We just go to the archives. That's how we get misinformation out. Cross that out. Number two.
Well, how do we know your information? How do we know that your information is accurate?
You always question me. I'm glad you do that.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, you're making a statement, but all it is just you making a statement. There's no verification of that.
All right, okay. I don't have the privileges that other people have. They're giving opinions, and you never question them. But I'll follow mine.
I never question other people. I never question other people.
Excuse me.
Oh, wait a minute. Excuse you.
Yes, on and rants and raves and goes on and on and on. And nobody sits there and says anything from him. You just sit there and listen and wait to what he has to finish. I wish that somebody would give me the same. Excuse me. Now, let me talk about the Meridian thing. Number one, the Meridian Public people have said they have never heard of it, and also the Boys and Girls Club. I don't call in and just start ranting and raving and just making accusations that I cannot prove. They don't have the goals supposed to go into the archives. They don't have a list of it. They don't know anything about it. All right, that's coming directly from them. Let me go on to number two. Let me get bogged down here now. Let me go to number two.
45 seconds. 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
World War II, and when we had World War II, at the end of that war, there would have been over 1 million black men who had fought in that war who did not get a single dime. They came back to the situation that they had left, whereas the white men who fought in the war, number one, were given a house loan, they were given a car loan, they were given an education loan. We can't stop right in the middle of something and start talking all kinds of nonsense.
Aren't you glad we don't live in the 40s? Aren't you glad we don't live in the 1940s?
Yeah, but, we're talking, no. We have to
We'll
go
take a
back.
break at Fox News. We'll be back.
News as Israel's cabinet meets today to consider
And welcome back to Mornings in Meridian. This is the second hour of the two best hours of local live talk radio right here in East Mississippi, West Alabama. We're so glad you're out there. Roger B. along with good old Rob Atkinson.
Good morning.
And also Mr. Charles Frazier.
Good morning.
Good to see you, gentlemen. So glad you're out there. And we hope you're having a good show out there. You're just enjoying the day, talking about this, that, and the other thing. You're welcome to be part of it. Just give us that call.
Don't forget, folks, polls remain open until 7 o'clock tonight. It's just one race runoff ticket today between Jennifer Branning and Jim Kitchens for that Central District Supreme Court seat. This is an 8-year term, folks, so this is a very important day to get back out to the polls. So
it is. This is you determine whether you want. Well, like you said, this isn't party affiliated.
Yeah,
but we do know that Ms. Branning does come with fairly good understanding of the job of adjudication, and also with a conservative stance.
Yep. So don't know if I don't think we're going to have the 60% plus that we have. Yeah, it would be good to have that, but folks, I know there's a lot going on with Thanksgiving week and holidays and whatnot, but just take a few minutes and make your mark today.
Get your sticker.
Get your sticker. There you
I
go.
voted.
I voted.
All right, get out there and cast your vote. If you're anybody out there at the polling places, let us know what's going on.
That's
Love to
right.
hear from you. Let's go back to the phones here at Mornings in Meridian. Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you, Mayor. I have one other thing. The third thing that I want to talk about would be these girls, 12 years and older, who are getting raped by their fathers and their brothers and their people that they know, right here in the state of Mississippi and even in Meridian. And Dr. Slidell was there on the program on Friday, who knows a lot about this, and that's what we need to be going on and on about, and stop worrying about these little $2 that people are getting from food stamps or whatever. This kind of thing is no major problem. There is enough. We have enough wealth in this country so that nobody, it's a disgrace to have anybody being hungry in this country or not having what they need. All right, and giving them, or even giving them what they need. Everybody, there's enough for all of us. And of course, people like to talk about the Bible says that the poor will always be with us, which is probably true. But you don't have to be hungry and not have a house, a roof over your head, no clothes on your body if you're poor. There's the working poor. We have the working poor in this country, and things need to be done to them, just like years ago, back there, when after the end of that World War II, those white men got car loans, house loans, education loans.
Those white men.
Get on their feet.
Those white men.
Get on their feet and do what they need to do. And so now we're still trying to straighten out this mess. The mess started way back then.
Those
and
white
we're
men.
still trying to get the mess straightened now.
Those white men.
Well, it's true. That's what they got.
Those white men.
Yeah, they fought in the war. And the black men also fought in the war.
Those.
They're very sensitive about it. There were over 1 million black men who fought in World War II.
I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody who served in the World War. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, there were some injustices, of course, and we have to acknowledge that. But I mean, that was also 80 years ago, and I think we've made strides as a society to kind of improve that. And
Ruth,
at this point, I don't think that there's any inequity.
Here's the rule. You're welcome, Ruth. Here's going to be the rule here. You talk about us letting you come on here and talk, and we don't mind that. I mean, a lot of our listeners comment about.
She didn't want to listen to you.
Okay, I guess you hung up. That's
No,
fine.
I can't.
And that's fine because here's what I want to say. Here's the thing.
Oh.
We do the good thing about having a show. You get to kind of manage how things go. You what conversations and guide them around. We try to let everybody talk, but when somebody like Charles was trying to offer an opinion there.
Yeah,
it would be then polite for you to shut up and let us talk, and then we can exchange, and then you can talk.
Well, I think there's many times when I've been on that side of the board that Roger's on. I've let Miss Ruth have a very long time to talk, and let her at her time many times. So I agree with you. That's part of discussion,
But I think it's a valid point. If that was an injustice in the 1940s, then certainly that's something that we regret as a society.
Well, that's why I said,
we have made strides though to improve on that.
Yeah.
And
When I told you that,
we don't do that anymore. So there is equity now, and the sins of the past, I mean, are the past, and we need to
well,
move
you
on.
can tell where she's coming from. You can tell where a person's coming from. When they say things like "those white men."
Yeah.
Well,
That phrase
and-
right there said it all to me. It'd be like me if I said "those black men." What does that mean? That's
well,
not a good way.
a certain group, but
No,
I mean,
no,
that-
it
the
means you have an
reality-
attitude about that
Well,
certain group.
Oh, okay, that's interpretive, I guess. You're kind of assuming that.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a fair assumption. But if if both groups were fighting equally in the war, then certainly that is an injustice. But
is.
it was also an injustice that occurred 80 years ago.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
I think we have, as a society, made a lot of headway and a lot of changes that have benefited,
Mm,
those who experience that injustice.
exactly. Let's take a phone call here. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. Y'all got a great discussion this morning. A discussion, but that's what's great about
Yeah,
it.
let's
Take a
discuss.
discussion.
At least we can have discussions. So, and I was going to talk about something else. I'm still going to say it, though. But listen, this country strives every day to better things. I mean, the Native Americans, we went through all of that. Slavery, we went through all that, and we work daily to correct, do whatever for that not to happen or whatever. We have a society today is just tremendous. I mean, if we hear something going on, the crazy stuff, hey, we go after it. We try to correct it. So things is in the work to make things different or better, but we cannot change what has happened. What has happened has happened.
Mhm.
And thing is, make it don't happen again, or just move on and make it better.
And here's a
On
good
that-
example. You're an African American who served in the military.
It's correct.
All right. Are you getting the benefits that other races are getting as a result of serving in the military?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm recognized, and even with the Vietnam War, with the guys that came back, and I was at the ambassador out on Thursday, and all of that was recognized. I like the way they recognize everything that happened in the military. They recognize the women that moved up, the black people that moved up,
Right.
and this and that. So all that, we can work on things, and we're not going to change stuff that happened back then. Just, I mean, being here,
Well,
being around. Go ahead, sir.
No, I was going to say, I'll go a step further. We can't change things that happened back then, nor can we help things now if we continue to fester about those injustices. We remember history and we mourn over those injustices, but just to continue to continue to be racist issues, that festers, and that doesn't bring healing at all.
No, it doesn't bring
Brings
you
division.
all.
Yes.
Right. Bring division. What I say about, and I don't know how we got into just systemic racism and all that. What happened to a person just being different? What happened to prejudice or whatever? Why is everything all of a sudden just gotta be? Are you a racist? I would like to define that racist. I mean, what defines that? I mean, is it I don't know nobody that's pure hateful. I really don't. Some people might not have a good understanding on certain things, but I don't think nobody just personal way. But let me what I wanted to call him. Mr.
Yeah,
Charles.
let's go. Let's go with what you had to talk about.
Hey, Mr. Charles.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Can we get you to be a dang, what my word was? Anyway, since you got the restaurant and we get all these people that they want to take the flight and get up out of here, would you be a designated get in the last meal?
Did you say give?
Well, whatever. I mean,
We want to clarify here. We're doing a giver.
Hey, we just started GoFundMe, okay? We just started GoFundMe, and I know they want to exit America. Mr. Charles gonna sponsor y'all a last American meal.
Oh, but It's interesting that American meal might have a little shrimp etouffee. Thank you. That's good, sir. Good, sir.
That was my original call. I wanted to do it a few days ago, but you last meal and
The problem is these people that threaten to leave, they never do. They never do.
Hey, I think someone said that the train is on my way home, right?
I was going to say, yeah, catch the flight. Let's go. Follow through on your thread. Exactly.
But the real question is, do they really think that if they threaten that's going to affect some people's votes? I mean, if anything, I'm going to vote. Oh, I wasn't voting for Trump, and now I am.
Yeah.
Get rid of Whoopi. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. All I say is just sign your bank account over to the man on the street.
Even better.
Hey, that was
exactly right. Leave your money here, too, and forget that.
Yeah.
You know. All right, hey, y'all have a blessed day. I'm doing here this meeting with the power I was going to be about this morning.
All right, get in there. Let's see what that power was about. Thank you for the call. Appreciate you. Morning, Meridian. We're glad you're out there.
Yeah, because all those celebrities really helped Kamala Harris, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was.
well, she may not have. She may be thinking paying them all that money she paid them because the campaign ended up quite short of funds.
Yeah.
So, maybe she shouldn't have paid all those celebrities to do what they. Well, they didn't. Let's put it that way.
I wonder how her Thanksgiving and Tim Waltz's Thanksgiving are going to be this year.
You think Tim Walt's doing hunting? And with Dick Cheney.
Oh, no.
He did it.
He's on the road, too. Hey, let's bring Alec along, too. He's a good shot.
He can drive.
But he'll hit whatever he's aiming at, that's for sure. Okay.
Well, I tell you what. About hunting, you've described how hunting for business supplies is very easy. Hunting for business supplies is easy as just going online to southernbusinesssupply.com.
It's a turkey shoot. It's so easy. All you got to do is southernbusinesssupply.com and then point and click, and then whatever you order is delivered to your home office the next day.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat that. Of course, Southern Business has all of your office, everything that you would need: pens, paper, pencils,
Yes.
staplers, staples. And of course, they even have the big boxes for the filing cabinets, everything like that. They have also a full room of office furniture and home office furniture as well, right there at the showroom at 5685. They've got the break room supplies and janitorial supplies as well, and they will bring all that stuff to you. Go to southernbusinesssupply.com, go see them, 5685 Dale Drive, or give them a call, 601-485-2447. They're open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. When you buy local, your money stays local. How about that?
I like that idea.
What a great concept.
I do
Your
like
money
that
stays right here. Say no to the big box stores and yes to southernbusinesssupply.com.
Mm-hmm. It's Mornings in Meridian. Let's go to the phone line. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
Is Miss Sharps? You can call in twice and left.
Yes. Come on. Double call. Come on.
I'm not going to comment on her rant. What I meant to ask a while ago is, has anybody heard how old Mr. Kitchens is that's running for Supreme Court? I just got a flyer in the mail, and it didn't even have a picture of him on there. I saw him on TV last night. He looked about 3 days younger than Moses. And that's an 8-year term. I don't think it. He'll be up there with a punch.
He is 80. He's 81 years old.
Yeah. He needs to be in politics. Yeah. Like I need a Corvette. Okay. Well, I was just wondering that he sure looked kind of decrepit. Aged to me. I know we're all getting old, but y'all, there gets to be a point in your life when you say, it's time for me to retire.
Yeah.
It's just, I guess give it up. Has he been a former judge? Or is he a current judge?
He's the current.
Yeah, he's good.
I think he will be.
He's the one that defeated Griffiths back in.
Kenny Griffith.
Yeah, he served for 9 years. I'm just going to go. He was elected district attorney for the Mississippi counties of Copiah, Lincoln, Pike, and Walthall in 71, 75, and 79. He served for 9 years before returning to the private practice. He did not seek public office again until 2008 when he was elected to an 8-year term on the Mississippi Supreme Court. Central District, place 3, commencing in January of 09. In 2016, he was elected to a second 8-year term. So he's seeking a third 8-year term here. So,
And how old is he?
He's 81.
So he would be 89 at the end.
At the end of the term.
So
Yeah.
what's
How old
your-
is Mike right now? He 80.
Talk about needing some new blood.
So I think 16 years, that's pretty good length of time to be on the Supreme Court, I think.
And of course, don't want to forget too, he was endorsed by Benny Thompson recently as well. And remember, this is a non-political seat. Yeah, you can kind of draw your own conclusions there.
Well, I was wondering why his sticking the ground thing was right next to the go out and vote NAACP things.
Mhm.
So that answers that question. Benny Thompson. Okay. All right. But Miss Ruth, this is for you. And I think you go listen to Jethro Tull. There's a song called "Living in the Past," and that's exactly what you do. And there is nothing positive about your phone-in calls. I mean, but I'm with the guy, the previous caller. He's with the program. He's looking forward. He's a black man that has finally seen the light. You know, we can't reverse nothing. All we can do is go forward and try to do the right thing. And that's all you can really say, isn't it? You know? And if I'd been alive during the Civil War, I probably would have been heading north because slavery was wrong.
Sure.
It was wrong. And I just, how do you profess to be a Christian and put people in slavery? I'll never understand that.
Well, I guess not that I endorse slavery, but let me kind of remind us of the New Testament where the Apostle Paul was telling Christians how to treat their slaves. So, I mean, there's and there was there's some very, very, very horrific stories about slavery, but there was also some places where the slaves were treated very, very nicely too. So you got both sides of this thing. You've got to remember that.
Well, I think the Civil War, all the people knew down here was we were being invaded.
And I don't endorse slavery. I'm just saying that there's.
Oh yeah, I don't think very many people were slaves.
The South,
owners.
the plantation South the plantation South was not even close to the first time there were ever slaves in the world. So
that's right.
No, but it's ours, and we need to own it and say it was wrong. That's it. And some may have been treated right, but it's still a fundamentally wrong institution.
So anyway. But I just wanted to call in. That was my biggest thing. I forgot a while ago to find out how old that guy was. But he sure looked.
Well,
we can retire him. We will retire him.
Lefty, you are correct. You do not need a Corvette, but if you do get one, don't tow it with a rope, okay?
Yep.
All right. All right. There you go.
That's a good one.
Okay. Have you seen the Corvettes now? It's like, man.
It's Double Call Tuesday.
2 for Tuesday.
2 for
Everybody
Tuesday.
doing
2 for Tuesday. All right, we got a couple minutes before break. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Yes, please. I'd like to apologize for the audience.
Why do you want to apologize?
Well, because I have been misunderstood. I talked with the veterans of World War II. I talked about them and what they got and what the others did not get. I'm not talking about what's going on now. We know for sure that you remember, if you can remember, how excited I was when I called and said how proud I am to be American, how happy I was about our country with Kamala was running and all of that. So if you have this idea that I'm sort of wrapped into a lot of anger and this, that's just not it. I just tend to be. The thing about it is that has always pushes my wrong buttons, which is why I need to stop listening whenever he comes on. Because what happens is that when he's making these various kinds of statements, I automatically go into the overdrive of trying to say there is a history for a lot of stuff. And I appreciate you, Charles, because you are definitely one of the rational people who will go in and say the this and the this and that. and I appreciate that, and I owe you an apology for sure. And it wasn't the whole
So
audience, because I don't want you to
Mary,
think that I'm bitter about anything.
Yeah.
That is not it. It's just that it
Nice to
pushes
her.
my wrong button, and I need to just stop listening to it. And then I
We're
will
not
go on.
rational there, Rob. You and I aren't rational.
I won't go. No, that's not it. No,
No, you said certainly. You said certainly that Charles.
I'm sorry about that. No, you are.
You know, that's what I want to do. I want to call up and insult the host of the show. That's what I want
No,
to do.
you are
That's
super
how
sensitive, Roger. You're
Super sensitive. He's going to lose so much sleep.
Ruth,
super sensitive.
well, I tell you what, I'm going to.
You go on.
Well, you're a little super sensitive yourself about having to cut you off for a break, which we have to do again. And so, anyway, you have a great day, Ruth. And I would love to. I would love to say. I would love to say it's been good talking to you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. I had to throw Sammy back in there this morning. Of course, so glad that we finally got rid of that national 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. I know a lot of you don't remember that, but that's just the way it was. It was bad. Bad. National speed limit. Yeah. Mornings in Meridian out there. Want you to be part of the show too. 601-485-9191. This show brought to you in part by our good friends down there at the Magnolia Restaurant.
Inside the Queen City Truck Stop, exit 150. If you don't have plans for Thursday, that's Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Gobble, gobble.
Go to the Queen City Truck Stop.
Turkey,
that's the best way to go. People call me all the time. Wyman's will be closed, and a lot of other restaurants will be closed too, but not the Magnolia Restaurant. They're open, and they got turkey and all the time.
Wow, nice.
You don't have to cook, and you don't have to clean.
Exactly.
I might go down there. Darn tootin'. Eggs, one. Of course, today, if you went by, they also got turkey and dressing. If you want a little preview for your Thanksgiving dinner, go on, get some today. And of course, they've also got fried chicken, red beans, and rice. You like liver? I love liver. Some beef liver or fried chicken livers. Either way, they got the veggie plates. The
You're a
burger.
liver lover, aren't you?
Liver lover. And they've got the biggie burger. How big is that, Rob? It's the humongous hamburger. Yep. And the long haul breakfast. That will keep you going all day long for several days, maybe. It's just that big and that good. You know, everything is cooked fresh there. The service is friendly. The coffee is hot. You meet some people that you just like talking to. It's just a good time down there at the Magnolia Restaurant inside the Queen City Truck Stop. Give a call, get them to go. 614-822-0259, exit 150.
All right, coming up in just a moment. You know, we have some fun here with Us Close to Ted every now and then. And, of course, Rob also has brought in some interesting audio.
Hey, you watch your mouth over here. I heard you talking.
Oh, Ted's Ted's always in the studio.
I'm here every day because it's Iron Bowl week.
Oh, man, that's right.
That's right.
War Eagle.
You shut your mouth. I'll take one of them pies.
I'll shut that for you.
I'll take one of them pies and shut you up.
That sounds good.
In just a moment, we're going to talk about a fan that called the Paul Feinbaum show. And interesting conversation took place, or at least an interesting rant. But first, we have this phone call. Let's take it now. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, guys. I'm in peace. Love everybody. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
All right. A couple of points here. Yes, I remember that 55 speed limit. Coming down that highway from Cincinnati to Meridian.
We saved the world. We saved the world with that 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. We saved fuel. We were able to warm up our houses. We were able to last through the fuel shortage. What a wonderful thing was that 55-mile-an-hour speed limit.
Hey, some of the gas stations were closed, and they were rationing so much gas. You had to be careful on your gas tank, how low you was running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I need you guys to help me with something.
All right.
Okay? All right. If I was to decide to come to and change my affiliation, become a Republican, and I'm just trying to understand is there rules or not, would I have to vote over the Republican ticket?
You vote how you want.
On the general election primaries, of course, primaries are for the party, so you would choose which party you wanted to vote in for the primary, but then the general election, you can vote wherever you want to vote.
Okay, now say that one more time.
It depends on whether you're talking about the primary or the actual general vote.
Well, both of them, the way you just said it. Say it again so I can lock it in my pea brain.
Well, you may be a registered Republican, but you could go to the table and you could vote Democrat on the primary. But if I'm understanding that correctly, I've got to think about that. If you're a registered Republican, you can still vote Democrat, but you have to vote all the way down the line. You can't switch over.
Yeah, there's a runoff. You have to vote.
Yeah,
Democratic runoff.
Yeah.
If you voted Democratic,
and that's what makes today so unique is that anybody can vote in this one because this was a part of the general election ballot, and plus this is not a party affiliated runoff today as well. So, but obviously you don't have to be a registered party member in Mississippi. You can vote however you wish in Mississippi. You don't have to be registered. Now, other states have different laws. Like I know in the state of Florida, it's different in other states as well.
So what I was saying too, caller, is that when you get to the general election, like we had in November the 5th, then you can vote. You can vote whatever candidate you want to vote that's on the ballot there. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So my suggestion to you is go ahead, make the switch, become a Republican, and vote that way most of the time. But if you need to switch over and do a Democrat vote, then do that if you feel like you need to.
Well, one thing that stuck in my cross was that Senator Hyde Smith when she made the statement that, and you guys know what I'm about to say. If there was a public hanging at that ranch wherever she did her fundraiser, she would be on the front row. And, you know, it'd be hard for me to vote for a person that let that come out of their mouth. Now, they may feel it in their heart, but when they speak it out like that, it'd be hard for me to vote for that person. So whoever the opponent was, I would have to look at them, or maybe no vote on that particular thing.
But I would go back and look at the context of that. Be sure. I understand the sensitivity you have there, and I know because I'm a very sensitive person. I've been told.
Yeah, you are very sensitive.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. Thank God I am. Yeah. But the whole point is, go back and look at the context. Notice she said public hanging, not public lynching, which is a big difference in a Southerner's mind.
Not in my mind.
Well, just remember, we used to take our hardened criminals, and many of them of the white race. We used to hang them at the courthouse. Or
what was the context of her saying that she would be at a hanging? Who would be the victim or not the victim?
It was just making a statement of I'd have to go back and review it myself. I think it had to do with the popularity.
Don't play it down. Now. Don't play it down.
Well, no, I'm not playing it down, but just an honest assessment of the context of the words spoken. But yeah, should she have said it? Not a good judgment call. No, not at all. I agree with that. But I understand the sensitivity you may be coming from, where your perception of what she said. I can halfway understand that. I'm not in your shoes, but I can halfway understand.
Now, you said you may be teaching me something. There's a difference between a lynch and a hanging. I never thought about it. You may be teaching me something on that.
Well, I can tell you what's in my mind.
Okay.
Lynching was just the arbitrary punishment of black race by very evil people back in the day. A public hanging was where the trial was had, and the capital punishment law allowed for the person who was tried and found guilty to be hanged, and so there were public hangings. And this was just capital punishment in America, regardless of race, creed, color, whoever.
All over the world.
You murder somebody and you're sentenced to hang. You hang. That's what happened.
Okay.
So
never thought about it.
And they were public. And when she said public hanging, that's what they were. They were public.
Now I would question that though, as a Southern politician in the state of Mississippi, and our method of execution obviously is by the electric chair. So why would you say that? It was kind of a dumb thing to say.
Judgment call it was a bad judgment.
But you would also find your politicians have better judgment than that. So I mean, I think we do have a right to hold her accountable and say, why would you do that?
Yeah.
It was kind of a silly thing to say. And what else? Well, silly. It was poor judgment. What other instances of poor judgment?
Yeah, the statement was made. It was during the race with Mike Espy, if you remember correctly. That was the race for when Thad Cochran obviously passed away. And they were running for that particular office, and it was in November 2018 that the statement was made. So,
but who was it about?
I mean, she was.
As we say, what's in you will come out eventually. So if it came out of her mouth, it could have been meditated in her heart. We can't speak on that point. We just heard what she said.
But don't
start putting our emotions.
Yeah. And you look at it, and where you're coming from, you're thinking, my goodness, he said something referring to the heinous punishment of a black person or a persecution of a black person, when a public hanging was indeed just the capital punishment process in the early 19th century.
Or 20th century. He said, if we were going to hang Hitler, I'd be in the front row of that hanging.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's sort of putting it in a different perspective as opposed to, depending on who not the victim, but who the person who was being executed.
Yeah.
Because that's certainly the victim is not.
It might have been reference to her determination to be there for whatever event. It was just it's one of those things. Yeah, he probably should not have said it. He probably admits that, but
More
again,
choice of words for
and
them.
I think
Also,
Mississippi
choice
James, you are very sharp by saying, everybody can come at that statement with their own opinions and their own perspectives, and it's a different perspective for each person.
Well, everything is ambiguous, that's
Yeah.
that nine.
Mhm.
But yeah,
we discussed it and see that we may have the same agreement.
mhm.
Well, if you're looking at it different.
But
But
the public hanging was reference to the capital punishment of people who were found guilty of capital crimes in the 19th and 20th century before it became illegal to do that.
Okay. So yeah, if you guys will have, man, I consider changing over at some point. Maybe I should go to an independent. That way I won't have to be allegiant, to neither side. But
Well,
a lot of my views and standpoint and what I preach and talk about and live, they do align with the Republican more so than some of the Democrats to the
Yeah.
extreme.
and you're never going to agree with everything that a certain party does anyway. That's for sure. And it's like I tell people when they come time to vote, I get it. When you, and I've heard people tell me, and they say, well, I can't. This was back, when in other races where Trump was running, I just can't vote for Trump because I just don't like him. Okay, I get it. Yeah, his personality is one that may not appeal to so many people, but you're looking at not just the person's personality, you're looking at the policies, you're looking at the direction you want the country to go. You're looking at what policies and direction is going to best align with your morality, if you will, and that's what you look at. But to sit there and say I'm making a decision because I just don't like his personality, I don't like what he says. It's like I may not like what my mechanic says, but I tell you what, I want him to fix my car and make it run well.
Yeah, that can be shallow when you look at it that way.
But anyway, good conversation. Thank you for that.
All right, you guys have a good holiday coming up. Now, you be off tomorrow?
We'll be off Thursday and Friday.
We're going to be here tomorrow, off Thursday and Friday. Yep, exactly.
Oh, okay then. You guys have a good day.
All right. Thank you for the phone call, Mr. James checking in. And of course, gotta get to this audio because it's just hilarious. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Set it up for me, Ron.
Well, we all know that some Alabama fans do not take losses very well.
And we love Alabama on our station because you can hear the game right here.
The game's right here. But we all know Paul Feinbaum is world famous for his calls that he received on his program. Well, there was one particular call who made it legendary yesterday.
Man, I never saw him blasted almost 3 freaking losses. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? This is disgusting, man. I seen Saturday night, that was pathetic. It was disgusting, man. Paul, going from Coach Saban to Coach DeBoer, it's like going to bed back to Beyonce and waking up with Whoopi Goldberg waiting. It's acceptable. Fans. It's just all about the football. It's just what we signed up for. It's just what we have built. It's just what Big Stadium built. Man, I'm disgusted. Man, I'm disgusted too. I heard Coach his press conference game. We need to let that dude out the crap over with. You want to go to the playoffs. And every year, don't give a damn because there's nothing at stake. I don't even give a damn if it's hardball. I don't even care who this off. I don't care which one of you little assholes fans get your feelings hurt because Wendy keeps the 100 but damn the hardball.
Oh, man. Wow.
It's like going to bed married to Beyonce and waking up next to her. Good Lord.
That gives me chills right there.
Hey, stay at home.
I like
We didn't sign up for that. Where do you sign up for that?
Where do you sign up for that?
I was thinking, is this the Mississippi State fan in week 5?
I didn't sign up for
Actually,
this,
week
man.
4. Yeah, 3 losses. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, well.
Yeah. Where the Mississippi State fans call again? I guess what they call
We're
it.
watching basketball right now. Of course. Right. Yeah, there's still a football game left, but we don't care.
601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
Good morning, guys. How are y'all this morning?
Doing well, thank you.
I don't usually call in controversial stuff.
Yes.
I felt like I had to today.
Yes.
That may be the most racist thing I've ever heard on the radio. Those white men. If you ever come back talking about race, y'all just need to hang up on her. That's ridiculous.
You noticed the way that phrase was put, didn't you?
Oh yeah, and the hatred in her voice when she said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how racist of her.
Well, I thought maybe I was misunderstanding you because I'm so sensitive.
Well, that's probably it. I'm sensitive as well.
Well, I would tell you that I think you brought up an interesting point that I didn't know about, and that was with the African Americans returning from World War II, they were not given the same GI Bill and all of those benefits that were given to the veterans. So that was an interesting way. Now, sometimes I think her language tends to be a little inflammatory, but I think that was a valid point and an interesting point in history. But once again, history.
Yeah.
So the relevance in today's society, it's just another of the I wouldn't say missteps because that's sort of diminishing the role or the impact of that. But it was another mistake that our society made. But we have made many of them, and we can have a whole we could have a show, a year of shows about the mistakes that our society has made. So
exactly. Y'all need to remind her if she calls it back in again about this that if it were not for those white men, she would be making her arguments in German.
Oh, okay. Appreciate the phone call,
guys. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
All right.
It's funny too. As Toby Bates mentioned, it was at a university just north of here. I think they've done pretty well in football this year, if I'm not mistaken. But he was told by a black colleague that he couldn't teach civil rights in history because he didn't want, because he was white. And so he couldn't teach civil rights.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just kind of and it's this whole. I get it's. I'm looking at. I go back and I look all through biblical history, and you see the conflict between nations and races, and the conflict will probably be contentious until Jesus comes because people are just not. They're just not prone to leave their cultural differences aside and just go forward in peace.
But I think that certain cultures have a certain perspective on teaching things. If you're looking at biblical scholarship, I think if you have a person with a Jewish heritage teaching that, they're bringing something to the discussion that somebody who's brought up in a Christian environment may not have. And so I think that's a valid point on that level that you can say, okay, culturally, I was brought up with different things, and so my perspective is different. But to tell somebody they have the right to teach it doesn't make any sense at all. Especially if you've got a professor, though, who may have lived through the civil rights and an African American who lived through that. They're bringing something totally different to it. Although I'd be interested to hear the other side as well, somebody who was white who lived through it and see what was their motivation as well. And then we bring it all to the table and have a discussion. But there are cultural differences, and I'll give that professor that point. But,
fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody, we'll take a break. Stay with us. Farms. Insure my two
Give
Mercury.
me some hot.
That's right. There you go.
They don't make Mercuries anymore, but they do make State Farm insurance. You know it. And here's the deal: when you combine your home and auto insurance right here, you can save $889. That's an average of $889 a year. Could be more, could be less. Who could use $889 in savings this year? I could.
Oh,
Christmas is
man.
coming up. Not that I'm getting you guys anything, but I can get my wife real nice.
Real nice.
Yep. Jelly of the month. 601-483-8253 will get you in touch with Jeffrey Wilson and his wonderful crew over there. And here's the deal. You really need to know your insurance agent because when you have that claim to make, he's the one who's going to fight for you to get all the money that you deserve. And Jeffrey Wilson is the man to do it. He's like a superhero in khakis. Well, so anyway, Jeffrey Wilson, I like a good neighbor. He is there. You can go down to his office, 2401 Highway 39 North, 601-483-8253.
All right. Well, tomorrow we're going to be having a visit with Craig Hitt from the city of Meridian, talking about the Christmas tree lighting, Christmas parade, and all that good stuff that's happening here.
The
coming
hit
up.
show.
So,
Hit parade. What are we calling it? I don't know.
well, speaking of the hit parade, it's funny you mentioned that. A woman was arrested after punching a spectator at a Santa Claus parade over a blocked view. Let's get everybody in the Christmas spirit here. A woman was arrested after allegedly punching another spectator during the 38th annual Santa Claus parade in St. Thomas, Canada. Yeah, see, those Canadians can be pretty violent. After becoming angry that her view was obstructed, according to St. Thomas police, the suspect was she struck the victim in the face, knocking them to the ground during a dispute over the parade view on Saturday evening. Despite the altercation, the family-friendly event themed Christmas at the Circus continued as planned.
Like he's on Earth. Yeah. I can't see the people on Earth float.
Hallelujah!
The Christmas-themed Christmas at the Circus continued as planned, and a woman whose name was not released was charged and released pending a court date. So, Merry Christmas, ho, 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 and get out of my way!
Yeesh.
We all supposed to love each other.
That's right. The Christmas spirit. That's right.
Yeah.
Peace on earth and goodwill
Many
towards.
spirits.
Oh, yeah. Might have brought the music in a little early here because we still have a minute to talk. So,
Go
also,
vote. Go vote. Go vote. Go vote. Go vote.
yes, do that. The polls are open. Go vote. It's the runoff. I know that the candidates would appreciate you taking the time to stop by your polling place and do just that.
That's right. Get you a sticker.
And with that, in the meantime, while you're out voting, go by and buy something local.
Yes,
There you go.
Always.
All right. God bless. And join us tomorrow for our last show of the week at Mornings in Meridian.